fall. Like 6 feet in. Welcome aboard, Jack. Here comes the sun. Oh, cheers, Joe. Don't need the sugar. Oh, he looks after me, our Tony. Yeah, thank you for that, Joe. I probably won't drink it, it'll go cold.
Are we supposed to have masks on or not?
Say that again. Oh, right, ladies just asked me about the rules. You're quite right. Let's do the ground rules. We're open air. You're expected to wear a mask everywhere. I think the rules are, aren't they? But we're open air, so you don't have to wear one. We're all facing in the same direction in gunfight. Listen, do you want to know a secret? I've told you what the secret is. Don't tell anybody. Closer. Yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Everybody now, we all live in the yellow submarine. 3 times a day, 15 times a week I hear that song. Penny Lane is an area, so you're in it and you're on it, if you will. That's your oldest passenger railway line. You go left to town and right to the place they call Manchester. About 30 miles in that direction to your right. But yeah, we shan't mention on this tour, you know, our Mancunian cousins and all that. We're big rivals, aren't we? But, well, not at the moment, we're all one team at the moment. But one of the lyrics in this song, Penny Lane, people like to stop and say hello. And quite recently, people on your right-hand side, where these white windows and the blue front of the shop, they wave at the bus. So should we give them a little wave as they go by? Come on, Chartered Surveyor, it's the highlight of the day, this. Well, let's go by. Let's see if they're in the windows on your right. Give them a little wave. Hello, chaps on your right. Hello, guys. Lovely to see you. Hello, chaps. Hey! I have no idea who they are, lad. They wave at the bush.
The Dovedale.
You lick the window. Do you know the Dovedale?
I used to live here.
Oh. This lady at the front used to live in Duck. This is where Farouk Bulsara used to live.
Oh, Freddie.
Freddie Mercury lived in this pub on your right for a little while. Not for long. There's the Dovey. Hello, Dovedale. They'll be like that, they're all half asleep in there. Stop and say hello. Well, some people stop and say hello. On the corner of the way. Hello, there's John Lennon. They're going in style, aren't they? It's only £200. The stately home was there. When John Lennon lived here, that's what would have been there. And the Salvation Army acquired it. We have 2 members, I believe, here with us from Saliam. They know all about this, the chap with the camera as well. But the majority of children in this children's home were young girls. And that would attract the attention of young men. On arrival, they shaved their hair, looking for nits and lice. I think it's cruel, really, for a young girl. Lennon thought it was hilarious and would tease them about it. Lennon would climb the trees and shout at the young girls running around with shaven heads, Baldy! Skinheads! And all of that, you know, launch it from the trees. Got caught, John, teasing them, private property. So they took him round to Art Mimi's and made an example of him. You know, this little boy's been in our grounds teasing children in his private property. And John's Art Mimi was horrified, a God-fearing law-abider. John, you're in trouble. He said, if you go to those grounds again, if I catch you in those grounds again, you'll get hung for that, young man. Figure of speech. It's now in the lyrics of the song. You can play out here. There's nothing to get hung about. You know, you can play out here. This is one in the eye for Aunt Mimi. 3rd verse of the song about this place. No one I think is in my tree. Well, you're looking at them. You know, climbing the trees. Physically, metaphorically, there's nobody in my head. This is Lennon for you. But apart from just this place, around the back is where it all began. Now, it was when a just turned 15-year-old Paul McCartney met a 17-year-old John Lennon. It was the 6th of July 1957. So do the math. Next year, this story becomes 64 years old when they first met each other and decided to form a band together. John was doing a gig in the church hall on the 6th of July 1957. McCartney ambled by and got talking to him. Paul had a song under his belt, one of 3 or 4, When I'm 64. Now his career is about to turn 64. So he's getting older. Should have headlined Glastonbury last year, Paul McCartney. Still waiting to finish a world tour, so still doing it. 79 2 days ago, Paul McCartney. Still at it. But that church where they met has a communal grave in the graveyard for the Rigby family. And right in the middle is Eleanor's name. So Eleanor Rigby's in that graveyard. So is John's uncle George, who married Aunt Mimi. You know, John's effectively father figure. Dead and buried when they met, when Paul and John met. And if you know your football, you'll find a certain Bob Paisley, England's most successful club managers, in that graveyard as well, kind of thing. So, movers and shakers of the area, and a few others as well. But I don't want to bore you to death. Be here all day. Yeah. Come on to the next road. Yeah. If you've got your own shot, you're happy. Join us back on the bus.
Now, his bedroom's on the left. You're looking at a museum. It's decorated as it would have been when John lived here. And if you do the math, he was here for 18 years, 45 to 63. You can do a tour of this house if you wish. You get in touch with the National Trust. It's probably booked up until 2025, right? Like everywhere else. Let me take it a step further for you. When I was in the porch and he rattled off them songs, I was looking around at 2 foot by 4 foot and I thought, I'm stood on the shoulder of giants. Is that a big enough exaggeration for you? All metaphors, they're all true. Rock and pop. The stars of the show, guys. Stars of the show. Hello, man. To make it better. Well, we're lucky, aren't we? We're in Liverpool. We have a very historic city. The engine room of the British Empire when Britannia ruled the waves. This is where it was based. You know, you press play on the soundtrack. It's not so bad, is it? Not the only band, this one. But we've got this river. And this river sets Liverpool apart from every other city, apart from London, I think. Only London's waterfront could compete with it. Should we do the no? Come on, let's light up the dock on the way in, come on. Right, good chaps. Doing the elbow pump. Come on, kids, do the elbow pump. Thanks for listening to me intently and all that. You're very good to you. You mum and dad's proud.